guys, here's a video to help you get started with your collecting data for the water balloon bungee. There's only one bit of bad news. The water balloons don't work. I searched all over school for a way to fill them with pressure, and I just don't see how this is going to happen. And at home I tried it, and I could only get a little bit of water in them. So, take your water balloons, put them aside. Now what's that leave you with? Rubber bands and a Ziploc bag. We can use the Ziploc bag as our makeshift water balloon, and I think it will work just fine. So you can use the bag that I gave you. If you have some snack size bags at home, you could use one of those if you wanted to, or I don't know why we've got this size. It's this weird size, doesn't fit a sandwich, but whatever. You can use whatever size you want, okay? I've done some testing. I'm going to recommend not more than probably a cup of water, which is 8 ounces. The bags got really heavy really fast, and the rubber bands that you already have are not strong enough. So these are the rubber bands, I have 1,000 of them, that you'll be using to drop the Ziploc of water over the edge, and they just won't be strong enough to hold it if it has probably more than a cup of water. So here's what we'll do. Take whichever Ziploc you choose, and we're going to put a pre-measured amount of water into it, okay? So I have a cup for mine. All right. Then, you don't want to squeeze the air out of it completely, but get some of the air out and make sure you seal it. All right. Now, you're going to collect this just like you would a balloon. And since we can't really tie it off, take one of your rubber bands, because you have extras, and just go back and forth like it was a ponytail to get this to be tied tight. Now that I have my first rubber band on there, this is not going to count as a rubber band. This will be 0 rubber bands. I'll show you how to do the measuring in a separate video. But to add a rubber band onto this for your first rubber band, just pick up one of the loops so you can get underneath it. Take another rubber band and come so it's underneath the loop. Okay? Now, you're going to grab the loop and pull it through, and when you pull it far enough, it becomes like a daisy chain, and now it's looped on. So that would be 1 rubber band. So you would drop this and measure how far does it drop with just 1 rubber band. When I'm ready to add a second rubber band, I have the hole. Bring the second rubber band in so it's underneath. Get my fingers in so they can reach across and grab the other loop and pull it, and it's going to daisy chain. So this would be 2 rubber bands. So the rubber band that's holding your baggie shut does not count as one of your rubber bands. Okay, so I gave you 10 rubber bands, so you should have enough to make this happen. Then you're going to repeat your procedure for measuring how far does the balloon drop with 2 rubber bands. Then you'll add a third, a fourth, all the way up to 7 rubber bands and measure each time. You may need a step ladder. These are heavier, especially if you use a full cup of water, to get high enough for it to drop without hitting the ground. And then you can collect your data. Let me know if you have questions.